Hello and welcome back to Roads to Power. We have become a new character. We rolled them at the end of the last episode, and we are now Master Kemmel II of the Polecats of the Hauberg. Now, we don't know very much about Master Kemmel, but we have some goals based upon the end of our previous character's run. And that is, we need to switch from Swords for Hire into something else. Why do we need to do that? Well, because we've done pretty much everything you can do in Swords for Hire, beyond actually conquering and taking land. So, that leaves us with three options which I think are actual options. We have Become Scholars here. We also have Become Explorers here, and we have Become Freebooters. The reason we can't do Become Legitimists is because we do not have a claim on a Kingdom tier title, and we don't really want to do Become Wanderers because it doesn't really have any purpose. This is kind of here for to be something that you start on and then you switch to something else. So, what we're going to do as we look at Master Kemmel and we have a look at his camp and we have a look at his followers is we're going to figure out what best fits us and then we're going to choose. Now, initially, looking at Master Kemmel, I don't think that we're going to be a freebooter. And the reason I don't think we're going to be a freebooter is one of the things it mentions in freebooters is intrigue contracts, of which we are god-awful. We are actually atrocious at intrigue contracts. We just cannot do them. We're just really, really bad because we have no intrigue. Although I guess doesn't matter because a lot of the time you're going to be using your parties or your followers' intrigue. So maybe it's okay because we could do prowess stuff, but I feel like it doesn't fit this character as we've got them. Other options? Become explorers. Well, diplomacy and intrigue contracts? Okay. Well, we're okay at diplomacy, but intrigue we're still bad at, and then martial contracts, we're actually pretty bad at martial as well. Which leaves us with scholars. Now, scholars gives us learning and stewardship contracts, and slightly more diplomacy. So that means that our three best stats would be accounted for here. This makes the most sense to me. It also gives you monthly lifestyle experience, which is interesting. The other ones give you things... Yeah, none of the other ones give you monthly lifestyle experience. Okay, cool. So there might be some interesting stuff we can do there. Interestingly, they only get one special officer. They get a chief engineer, and that's it. All these other ones just unlock camp upgrades, but no extra officers. Okay, interesting. Right, we need to also figure out how we're even gonna start thinking about things here. So, followers. Oh, actually, it's gonna be very easy to look through our follower list. We have two. We have our mother and our wife. Is this it? This isn't so much a camp, a group of people, as, like, just a very small family. So we have ourselves, we have our mother, who's very good at beating people up, but beyond that, does not have many skills. And then we have our wife, who is okay at stewardship. Okay, interesting. So we need some more followers, I think, is one of the things that needs to be on our list. Do we have any artifacts? We do. Okay, this is cool. We actually have a choice. So we have a sword. And then if we go to trinkets, we have the Morsel of St. David, which is a very, very small amount of clergy opinion. Zealot vassal opinion doesn't matter to us. The Achaemenid drinking vessel, which is a little health boost. The lucky Sogdian coin, which is actually probably quite useful for the stewardship, although actually it'll be giving us 0 right now, so it only gives 5% monthly lifestyle experience now that I think about it. And then this one just gives more stewardship experience. Okay. What's Mysterious Puzzle do? What are the requirements? You need to have a learning of 10 or above, and then you get learning per stress level. And it makes learning languages easier. Okay. Brilliant Gemstone? 2 learning. Well, that is probably better than 2 clergy opinion, I think. Which actually means the Mysterious Puzzle we now fulfill the requirements of. Okay. So we could potentially learn languages as we go around. Potentially that could be something for us. Maybe we'll replace this with the Mysterious Puzzle for now. Okay, that gives us something to go with here. Okay, so we've not got nothing. We've got a few things that potentially we need to think about. Like maybe this one. Maybe raising stewardship. Oh, not raising stewardship. Raising stress deliberately in order to get stats could be something we do at some point, but beyond that, not too much. And we have no court artifacts. Okay, cool. Anything else? Well, we are a different faith than we were before. What does our faith give us? Legalism. So there's a bunch of stuff about laws. None of this is relevant to us, and none of this is relevant to us, because this is about laws and electors. We don't have any of that. Fatwa. Rulers with high learning may condemn their sinful vassals. We have no vassals. So none of this applies, and we have no laws. Struggle and submission. Head of faith can declare a great holy war. You convert land. Piety and devotion from winning holy wars is up. Characters of this faith gain an additional bonus upon successful completion of a pilgrimage. Allows the become adventurer decision. Okay. So we would get an additional bonus upon successful completion of a pilgrimage. There's something. Okay. Male dominated. Righteous, so other faiths will have a very negative opinion of us. Okay, the Hajj trait grants additional bonuses, and the Hajj activity grants extra piety upon completion. So, that's sounding like, again, like pilgrimages are good for us. That's fine. Anything else? Marriage type is polygamous. Okay. So we could potentially get more wives. The benefit of more wives is that we can then have more followers in our camp. Okay, that we can actually recruit in here. We might do the thing that we were talking about in the previous character's lifetime, which is making our court smaller but better. Right, trying to be a little bit more picky, trying to marry in people who are good. You know, maybe we'll make this the one where we like foster a good court full of people. That might be something for us here. Okay, so having looked at this, do we have anything in here? So you're my personal physician. You are the best of, well, you're equally bad as the other one. Caravan master, you're the only choice. My wife is my stooge, and my wife is my second. And you're my horse archer captain, which makes them a little bit better. Okay, cool. Do we have any of this already? Yes, we have one diplomacy perk and one stewardship perk. So we have heart of the family, close family opinion. Then we have meritocracy, which gets courtier and guest opinion up. Okay. That's interesting that this is what it gives you, actually. Because this is changed from default, because meritocracy is the one that lets you claim your liege's throne, right? But why would they change it to courtier and guest opinion? Because courtier and guest opinion would imply that you could have courtiers or guests, but you have neither if you're running a camp. This must be the same if you're playing as, there's like another Landless type. There's like Landless admin or something like that. This must be the same as if you're playing that, 'cause I assume then you can have courtiers and guests. Yeah, interesting. Okay. So maybe we'll go down here, go groomed to rule. Yeah, and then we can start moving our way down this kind of path here. Living child gives us skill points, that sort of thing. Okay. Let's take this for now then. That seems fine. Okay. Now, we are actually in a war, which is not ideal for us. But it might get us a little bit of money. Assuming this is a contract, which I have to assume it is. Although apparently there's a new patch and they've changed some UI things here. We have no ongoing contracts, so I guess we're just in this war. I don't know. Anyway. So, we're sieging this. 24 days left. That's going to siege the capital of this person. That'll take away taking war score, probably. I think we're good to go. I just want to double check that we're fine. Yeah, we have more troops by ourselves than these guys have as a whole, so... Yeah, let's go speed 4, and then we'll let the game progress. Also, we don't need to worry about not having an heir, because our wife is pregnant. Not that having an heir is that important, but anyway. Right. And... You stand with us contract. Yeah, we're not too worried about that. That was worth a huge amount of war score because it was worth the 36 that was here, plus the enemy capital, plus the amount that you get for sieging it as a base. So it's an absolutely massive amount of war score. Okay, and then we can head to the next one and siege it, I think. That's going to be a sensible move for us here. Not enough soldiers. Wait, how many do you need to siege it? 600. Okay. Guess I'll go for their army then. Or not. Yeah, we fighting, or... I mean, I'm up to fight. Are we the best person to lead? We're the only person who can lead, of course. It's a male-dominated culture, and we only have one man. So therefore, we must lead. Okay. Or male-dominated religion. We never looked at our culture. That was the thing I was thinking of. I think I forgot. So strong and hale get our prestigious. Strong traits more common. Weak and delicate are looked down upon. Some stuff about children. Okay. Horse lords can recruit horse archers, so that explains why we have horse archers. All Ogka's characters use less provisions. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Wanderers gain extra combat skills over time, such as martial prowess or commander traits. Interesting. Allows they become adventurer decision. And we get some more stuff in there. And then ruling caste. Different culture, peasant factions, and populous factions are less common. That doesn't matter to us. Okay. Cool. Right. Just clear those for a second. Oh yeah, I also didn't check our camp. So, we have Pavilion level 2. Okay, that's fine. We have Baggage Train. That's at level 3, which increases the size of our heavy infantry. The next one is Light Cav, which may be worth us getting, depending. And we also have some upgrades that we haven't got there. Proving Grounds. We're at level 1, and we have Life in the Saddle. Okay, and that's what gave us the archer cavalry stuff. Are horse archers cavalry, or are they archers? They're archer cavalry. Of course. Well, yeah, that doesn't... yeah, that probably means that we're not going to get any extra benefit from light cav on them, but we will for the horsemen if we wanted to, although we're already not maxed on size. If we're not going down a martial path, though, actually the size of our men-at-arms matters very little, but it could be useful to have them anyway. Right, I guess we'll do this siege, if those guys would do that siege. Looks good to me. My son and heir. Our son is Dukak. Okay, sure. Sounds good to me. Also, just a note on our previous character. Looks like they have both got over smallpox, so we may see them again in the future. Cool. Right. Also, I don't believe they can get that version. Well, they might not actually be able to get smallpox at all. That'd be cool. Oh, thank you for the 50 gold, and we're on his roll of patrons. Great. Ah, yes. I went into the menu and never looked. Patrons? Okay, we have a few. We have Chindu. So I'm just working out where we went from. So we have Chindu. We have Kumarblib here. And we have these two. Okay. So we obviously took powers like down here and then moved up. Okay. Or took over the group. Do I need provisions? I do need a little bit in terms of provisions. Sure. And then here you won't give me anything. That's fine. Right. And now we're here at camp. We have 200 gold. Let's figure out what we're going to do. I don't need to repair our heresy foot. Fight corruption. Where's that? Actually cannot see that one on the map. Oh, it's over here. We could do that, but it's a martial task, and we're not very good at that, so... Well, actually, I think it's a prowess check, but anyway. Let's, first of all, look for... let's go to castle holding, then we'll move to an empty barony, look for provisions, and then move on. Maybe we'll try and make our way down this way somewhere. Maybe try and get back over here somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe so we can get some more marriages. So I assume we kind of, if we want to marry more, we kind of need to get back to our religion. Our religion is down here, so we probably want to start moving our way down there if we want to fill up our wives slots. Okay, cool. Let's go to the castle holding. So, first of all, we're going to mingle with the locals at the tavern. Okay, so we will hear a story or two. This is all very familiar to us based on the previous character. And then the egg fell, its parts forming the universe. The egg's yolk became the warm sun, and the white became the beautiful moon. So we can say the story had a few good points. How do you tell stories so well? Or that was a great story. Hastluder is interesting because we will actually be able to participate in tournaments if we wanted to. Like from a martial standpoint, because, well, we're a man. However, the problem with that is that if we're not planning on going down a martial path, then it's a little less relevant, because wit's the only one that's relevant anyway. Although, we can get some quite nice stuff here, some even more lifestyle experience. We could start stacking lifestyle experience pretty hard if we kept going down there. We could also just try and take some lifestyle experience here, or lose some stress. I'm going to pay 18 gold to gain some to gain the trait. The trait, at the very least, gives us some opinion, gets us closer to getting diplomacy. Let's see who's up for recruitment. So we have 3 people. We have Xanda, we have Yi, and we have Anna. Well, I think it's between Xanda and Anna. Anna's a little bit older. We will go with Xanda. How much do you want? You want 60. Sure. Seems good to me. Let's go to the castle as well here. So, we can go to these demoralized soldiers. We can use either our prestige, or sorry, our fame or our devotion to reinforce, or we can do some bartering. We lose 33 provisions, but a random one will become fully reinforced. I'll take the 50-50. Well, yeah, we got this one fully reinforced, but it only goes to 100 anyway, but that's fine. Let's go to the training grounds. Don't really need to do any of this. Could appoint Ling as our Master of Arms, but he's not going to be very good. I don't think we're after that. Able bodies at the garrison. Yeah, I don't think we need either of these people. That's fine for now. Let's leave here. Now, this does mean that we have somebody better. So you are now poor at this. Do I lose anything for... I lose 25 prestige for firing our mother. Sure, I'm going to fire our mother from that position. What happened? Is broken? Oh no. Okay, it's fixed. Aha, fantastic. And we can now have a bodyguard because we have someone eligible. For any other position that we think we need? Only one would be Caravan Master, but she is still the best here. Okay, I think that's fine. Right. Let us move our camp. Oh, actually, you know what I didn't do here? I was thinking of something else. Town Crier. Oh, give me a travel contract to start with here. The reason why I want a travel contract is we could actually travel somewhere with that contract. And then that might let us get further afield a little bit more easily. And move ourselves... well, which one doesn't have a... So this one doesn't have a holding. I've been told that if you do the gather provisions in somewhere that doesn't have a holding, you have better odds. Is that true? Let's see. I don't know. These seem like higher numbers that we're getting in terms of the provisions you get, so maybe that's what you get. I don't know. Oh, also I saw something new. Yes, this. So this is a new button. I remembered this one from the patch notes, actually. So, what this does now is previously, they added in new message settings with the DLC. Previously, you had to go and look for the message settings individually. Now they've added a button that takes you directly to the message setting. So if you want to change what a message looks like, we can now do it here. So I can say that I always want there to be a pop-up whenever this appears, or so on and so forth. Or to pause the game, or, you know, do many different things. Oh, you can also write a custom message to yourself and select when you want to receive it. Wait a sec. Yeah, I saw this in the patch notes, but wait, can you really... This is so useful. So, like, remember to do the thing. Okay, we're gonna set this for 1 year from now. Let's see what happens. This is a reminder. So does this actually work? Because if this works, that's gonna be huge. Because that could make things a lot different for a couple of mods and some other things where... I think the one I'm thinking of in particular is the Elder Kings mod. It has a concept of... like, it has some buffs that you can do with magic, so you can buff yourself to get some temporary stats, and they wear off like every 15 years. Be really useful if this custom message thing works to be like, 15 years, don't forget to do that. I think this could be very cool if that sort of thing works. Also another way to do that, or do you have... I know I'm just looking in these ones. Is there another way to do that? You give it to go message settings, then press the button. That's fine. We could do that if that's what needs done. Anyway, that's just for me, I guess. Let's escort emissary. Let's see where we're going. I'll take your contract. Where do you want to go? Greetings, adventurers. I am Chun, most loyal servant of Ngamo. I must carry to Shazhao, to the Hall of Queen Suji. Okay, so where is this? I mean, it's kinda the right direction. All my camps shall travel there. It's basically just like, this is a bad route. Okay. What if we went north of this dangerous set of dry lands? You think that might be less dangerous, game? Yeah, and then like went here. Oh, no, I'm thinking like we do this. It is a little less dangerous. It's still pretty dangerous. It is a lot less dangerous, though. These are all, like, even higher chances of danger, though. Apparently just traveling in this area is dangerous. Have I got anything that would help? What's the danger from? Desert. Does anyone get rid of desert for danger here? Yeah, I could purchase an Arid Explorers pack. That helps quite a lot. What's still dangerous? The hills? And Pathfinder gear? Okay. It's a lot less dangerous. I'm willing to spend 8 gold to not die immediately. Let's go. Okay. The language barrier. Seems our caravan has become a little lost in these foreign lands. Tatani has been trailing around Linz for hours, and though she at last swallowed her pride and asked for directions, she does not appear to be an expert Chinese speaker. So I can try, but let me just ask you a question here. Wait, we have a guest. Oh, I thought we couldn't get guests. Maybe you can get guests. Maybe I'm completely... Oh wait, no. No, I know where this guest, the guy who we're transporting. Yeah, so actually, the guest opinion does matter on meritocracy, because that will increase his opinion of us by 15 while he's traveling with us. Okay, so it's a very specific use. Anyway, I just wanted to check something. Okay, so no, he does speak a different language. I was just wondering if the person who we picked up, like, 2 provinces away might speak the language, but I guess not. And why we were trying to translate, but anyway. Tempting fruit. Our road takes us through a treacherous part of Linz. While I scan for any dangers ahead, a rustling bush grabs my attention. Could it be a wild animal? As I brace for impact, Lei jumps out of the bush instead, holding a plant. You scared me, Lei. Anyway, let us see what you have here. Some kind of fruit, I exclaim. Yes, and it looks so delicious. I wonder what it tastes like. Maybe I'll just take a little bite. Now, our character is compassionate, just, but we are gluttonous. So, I am going to eat the fruit. Let's see what happens. We got unknown plant bliss, which has increased our prowess. Wonderful. We're here. Okay. Flawed fare. There are patches of mold on the bread and the produce. So we can say it's just a bit of mold. Nature will provide for us. But locals must have something. Let's say nature will provide. It's 90% chance that nothing bad happens. I just saw the 4% chance that we die as I clicked it. Very happy that didn't happen. Also, I just realized this now has a thing that says camp at the bottom. I didn't have that before. I'm very certain that did not have anything before. Interesting. Okay, so they did say they were adding new UI elements, so we're finding them as we go. Not a drop. Our journey to Shazhao has unfortunately brought us directly through the wastelands of Hidong. We were not prepared to undertake this a long stretch without a single source of water, and many of my companions began to look as awful as dried turnips. Need to do something, and fast. We will have an inspiring speech about how we don't need water. It worked. Okay. We have now arrived at the location. Gets us 90 gold, and we get some extra prestige, and we get this person added to our roll of patrons. Fantastic. Does he happen to be here? No, but we have some more contracts here that we can potentially take. Our goal is to get to 1,000 prestige, so I probably shouldn't spend prestige now that I think about it. There's some protect the innocents here that we could potentially do. Let's just see. Well, I'd have to spend prestige to get some of these other ones, so yeah, maybe we'll see if we can do a protect the innocent. How about this one right here, Countess Chang? Gets us a little prestige if we do an exceptional job. Let's go. Okay. I just paid for the... Yeah, I paid for the extra expensive trip, didn't I? Okay. We're going to go for ensure their safety, because we need the highest possible. Let's see what happens if I do auto-invite here. Oh. Heresy. Almohades in Mustazhirid. Emir Faisal of the Mustazhirid has announced to the world that he and his vassals have converted to Almohadism. Having become disillusioned with the teachings of the Ashari priests, the nobles of Mustazhirid no longer consider the clergy to be righteous and true. As Almohades, they believe their new faith properly aligns with the will of Allah, and they are distancing themselves from their former religious institution. Alright, well, what does it do? So, you get literalism. May debate other lords of the realm at the cost of opinion to gain or lose piety. Makes certain traits a virtue. Okay. An at-peace negative opinion if you happen to be landed. Okay. That's all fine. The rest of this looks pretty much identical. We could, you know, it could be time to switch. And just immediately switch to this new faith the moment it spawns. How many people are of this faith? There's one county? You know what? They have some good points. We're gonna switch. Close family may switch with us? Well, okay. With my decision to convert to Almohadism, I arranged for an Imam to come to my camp and conduct the rites. With the fate of my immortal soul in question, as well as the souls of my subjects, I pray that I have made the right decision. Metaphysica aside, the idea of Almohadism spreading, one step at a time from my humble camp makes my heart sing. So I can say glory, or I can get this guy to join my camp. Let's get this guy to join my camp. It would get close to a friendship. He's got a virtuous trait. He's got a pile of learning. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get him to guide us. Okay. Cool, we now have another person. Do you want to auto-join our scheme? So as a thug. So let me just see here. What happens if I unassign? Yeah, what happens if I unassign everybody? Right, and then click auto-invite. Does it give us the same list? Yes. Okay, interesting. That's fine. Do we just need to wait till that hits 5? It's going to be pretty slow, but that's okay. Ruler embraces the true faith. Nice. Okay. Cool. Now we just chill. bunch of new people are converting. We have Tutus the Chaste. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Oh, did our wife and... our wife didn't convert, but she wasn't our religion previously, and our mother didn't convert, but she wasn't our religion previously. Did our son convert? Yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't really have a choice in the matter, but he has indeed converted. Diplomacy perk. Okay. Room to rule. Children get an extra skill point. Let's go. So, at some point, I think it might be when they're 3 they get that bonus. Anyway. Do you have a place for a man of Tau? He smiles at me hopefully, dirty clothing rustling in the stiff breeze. A wandering Imam. Imam maybe, but not an Imam of the Al-Mohadi faith. That much I can tell. Okay. So we have somebody of a Taoist faith. Sure, I mean, this guy can join us. We're getting a lot of people with really high learning. Could also gain the Traveler trait, which would be really good for us. But, let's get this guy. Let's see if he'll join us. He has joined us. Fantastic. We have yet another member of the faith. Okay. Now, he should take the thug spot, I think. He didn't. But let me see if I clear these. And click auto-invite. Yeah, he takes the thug slot. So the negative auto-invite seems to be correct, except that it seems to not unassign people if there's a better option. Okay, so we're seeing the negatives of that right now. But that's fine. Okay. Although I guess maybe it might be better to have them on speed because we're already at 100%, but let's not worry about that. Okay. And now we continue chilling. Oh, there you go. There's our message. We got to remember to do the thing message. And you can have custom messages appear however you want them to as well. That's cool. Well, fantastic. We will definitely be thinking about using that in the future. It does look like you can only have one custom message at a time, potentially, although maybe. Does this just allow you to... It does seem to be suggesting you can do multiple, so maybe you can do multiple messages to yourself. Cool. Anyway, we may use that in the future. Travails of a cook. They want us to restock. That sounds like a great idea. We didn't really restock that much, but I mean, we got some. Not that bad. Is there anything else we can do? Nope, because we're technically traveling. Unfamiliar rations. Hey, we can use the exact same thing that we used in the previous character because we happen to be gluttonous on this character. So we can expand our culinary horizons to give us more provisions. Nice. Okay, cool. We're at the 5 keys, so we could potentially roll the dice here, but we want to wait until we get to 100%. Nickname, the Compassionate. Husband, have you heard what they call you? My wife Lay says to me while puffing her chest. They call you Master Kemmel the Compassionate. Spectacular, is it not? It's on the lips of peasant and noble alike. A cause for celebration, I think. Lay exclaims with a cheery tone. Nice, we gain 150 prestige, and we have our new name, the Compassionate. What's the point? Xanda has stopped bathing, stopped even making an attempt to clean himself even. A fact I am brutally confronted with when several of my followers beg me to deal with them. I know what you're thinking, but it's not laziness. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out why that just says duchy. Because the previous one was calling us duchess, but you would think that that would say duke, not duchy. Anyway, it's a drive for efficiency. I can actually do more work if I spend less time wiping away the sweat of the road. This is what relentless focus on value looks like. He's mad, a fool, or both. Say laziness has gone too far, and our courtiers like us for it. Make a good point. And I also start stinking. We're right ahead. Well, I don't really care if he's stinky. I'm going to get the prestige, because we really need to get to 1,000 prestige. Learning from the best. 2 of my agents, Tatani and Tutus, seem to have found a common cause in our plan beyond the basic goal. Impressed by his compatriots' skill with wits, brawn, and physical conditioning required to protect the innocent. Tutus has taken to studying Tatani, or what Tatani does differently to himself in the hopes of improving his own skills. Harmless enough in theory, but doesn't help her overall goal. I can say excellent, and his martial increases by 2. I can get focused on goal, or perhaps I could learn something from this. So do we want Tutus to get 2 extra, martial, or do we want 500 martial lifestyle experience? I would like 500 martial lifestyle experience. We can now get a martial perk. Cool. I'm going to grab Stalwart Leader so we reduce the risk of leading armies. It's just a really, really solid perk because it means that you can now lead armies without basically any worry of death at all. Level of Fame just went up. Fantastic. We're distinguished. It gets us some more things. Okay. Cool. And now, you stand with us contracts. Ins and outs. We have arrived at the White Queen Inn. We could barter for some comfortable trappings or go, oh well. I'm going to say, oh well. We don't need comfortable trappings right now. We don't need the health boost. We're at 100%. Let's execute the scheme. Wonderful. That gets us provisions, gets us some money, and we can now make our way back here, and I think that this is actually the moment where we're going to have to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. We have a new goal. We are getting there on prestige. We've kind of worked out what we're doing for camp. We want to move down here. We've also changed our religion. Maybe part of what we're doing could be spreading religion. I think that might be something that scholars can do. Not 100% certain. I think that's something that's in the scholar ones. So yeah, we'll see how things go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.